guys introduce yourselves and what you do in the band?
Sure. I'm Nick. I play guitar, keyboards, and do a little singing.
I play bass. My name is Derek.
Hi, I'm Ryan, and I sing and I play a little guitar.
I'm Tom, and I play drums and sing.
Alright, so you guys have been playing together for a while, right? Since childhood, right?
The two of us, yeah, the two of us have.
Right.
The Leather Twins.
The leather guys.
When was it that you decided you were going to really try to make this work?
With him and I?
Yeah,
I've been dragging him along for a while.
Actually, it's kind of the other way around, but I think we made that choice when we were 15 or 16. I mean, we were playing together then, and we were lucky enough that our band then, we had some traction kind of right away. So like we played for some great fans, we recorded a couple of demos, but I feel that the two of us have always known we wanted to stick with one another, and the music has always naturally evolved, into what it is today. Once we met these dudes, it was just something even more than what was like on the record or in the practice room. It was something, just personalities just really clicked, and the music just kind of comes from that.
So you said the music evolved. Like, what did you guys start out sounding like?
I went through so many things. I mean, when we were starting at 14, so we were playing everything from, we were playing much heavier, crazy kind of screaming music, than just thrashing about, and hardcore was like punk rock, hardcore, whatever, I don't know, whatever you call it at this point, it was a mash. But and we kept just kind of losing members and gaining members, and as you do that, you just start changing gradually. Everyone has different interests, and I started interjecting different ideas, and other people start bringing ideas, and it just kind of shifts to more melodic, less screaming, I should say.
There's more to it than that.
But it just kind of kept building, and I think at this point now it's just a matter of all of us have really similar goals and ideas of what we want to execute, but we come from very different places also musically, so it can mash together and create a nice little mushy dish.
So what do you all feel like each other brings to the table then?
That's a good question.
I think everybody has a specific role. Ryan, obviously, being the singer, guitar player, kind of, in the center of everything, but by no means is it, just a singular kind of production. Nick can do so many different things. If we need, he can play two different keyboards while singing with his guitar on him. So when we want to figure out a part, it makes it so much easier to, kind of evolve a section. Really just kind of make it into something a little more atmospheric. And Tom can sing, Tom can write, it's not just like he's sitting there behind a drum kit. Everyone has their own kind of involvement in the project. I can help with the arrangement and work with Ryan every step of the way, before a song is completed.
And Derek gets us where we need to go on time, and in an orderly fashion as well, which is
Derek is mom and dad.
It's very important.
I'm drunk uncle.
Tom's drunk.
The wild card, yeah.
So how does the songwriting process work for you guys?
It's fairly democratic and simple for us. I mean, like, the process takes a while, but the appliance is usually me or Nick or Tommy will come up with some kind of idea and bring it to everybody else, and then it literally just gets taken apart. Depending on how full of an idea it is, sometimes it's a couple of chords and a melody, sometimes it's a full song idea with all pieces put together. Either way, it turns into this kind of happily bastardized version in the sense of, like,
in all the right ways.
Yeah, everyone pulls it apart, and nobody allows something that just one person likes to get through. It's a matter of all of us loving the end product, for it to really get out there. So regardless of who brings it to the table, everybody creates it equally, really.
So what are the things you draw the biggest influences from in songwriting?
Film. I think I would really like to say, it's one band, or, if we had to maybe take one, maybe be the Beatles or something like that, something cliche like that. But, we can, me and Ryan, all four of us have a, devout, passion to film,
disturbing movie nerds.
So whether it's Stanley Kubrick or, even a series like True Detective or the Coen Brothers or Paul Thomas Anderson, it's something that, like, we're gonna draw from, whether it be subconsciously in the score, whether it's in the writing, whether it's in the moment that we feel from it, and I think that's a fair thing to say.
It's about feeling, like the tone of something looks. It's very similar to how the tone of something feels, and the emotion that you're trying to portray is all in
Mood and atmosphere.
It's all in the mood in there.
So do you feel like your EP overall has a certain tone that you could define?
We hope so. That was kind of part of the idea, was to pick our mood and be moody.
And like a thread that kind of runs through it completely. You know, I think that Souls in, if you take the 2 singles that we released, Guest to the Gun is more of like a peppier, catchy, catchier vibe to it. Souls in Transit has more of like an ethereal, atmospheric vibe, different vocal sound and everything. So even though they have like contrasting sounds, there's still like a thread there, that whether it be rhythmic, whether it be melodic, there's something that...
Lyrical.
Yeah, exactly. The lyrics kind of tell some kind of linear story. We still don't know what it is, but Ryan came up with something. So, but it's there, you know. And I think that's the most important part when you go into the studio having an idea and a plan and, you know, a motif behind it.
Our favorite records feel like they have that string, whether it's like Rumors or The National. Like there's a mood that you get when you put that record on.
The Flaming Lips.
What they said.
Snowmine does it too. You know, they made a tremendous record when they put out Laminate, you know, and it just had this feeling throughout, whether it was 1 or 10, you know, and you see them live and it's replicated, and, you know, it's something that, you know, we admire about them.
So what do you feel like that feeling is for you guys right now?
That transition from being reckless kids who just want to play music to kind of having facial hair and supposed to be respected in society.
I don't.
He can't.
I can't.
But yeah.
Oh, you're the only one.
We're trying to ruin that for him.
We do it to taunt him, actually. It's like...
It's kind of like it's in its maturation, I think, our sound. Like, we touched on it, but it's not fully, you know, that wide-bodied, encompassing work that we're working on right now. I think.
5 songs is tough.
And I think also we tend to get bored if we define ourselves by one thing. We're immediately going to then be like, oh, well, now we need to do something else anyway because we just want to. So then to define ourselves specifically will kind of confuse other people, I guess, ultimately. And they're like, you said you were this, and now you're, you know.
But no, it's true. The great bands that we love, Flaming Lips is a great example. You know, making a great record, but then your next release doesn't have to identically match up to that.
Right.
You can change, people change, the books we're reading, the movies we're watching, the music we're listening to is going to change, you know. The feelings we're feeling are going to change. So I think that should be represented in what we're recording, you know, what we're writing.
It's the same idea with movies, as if like you can see a director and you can go over their list of movies and, you know, one's a Western, one's a science fiction movie, one's a comedy, and, you know, they're all completely different, but when you watch them, you see characteristics of this person that still comes through. So that is hopefully the idea, record to record, is there will be a streamline, oh, I know this band, but maybe we can, you know, really jump the genre ship.
Right, yeah, I feel like that's the kind of thing that just keeps fans sticking around when they can follow that growth.
Yeah, I think you need something to be familiar in the sense.
The best bands have to change with the times. If you don't, then you get lost in the shuffle, you know.
You have to do a 10-year anniversary tour and then a 15-year anniversary tour.
Do you feel like that puts any pressure on you?
No, that excites me.
Good pressure.
I mean, we all have such diverse musical taste that, you know, we'll be listening to Flaming Lips, Fleet Foxes. I was listening to Meshuggah today, which is not what we're doing at all. But the fact that we have all that going on at any given point, it brings all these opportunities, and the fact that we try not to use a label at all, like to classify ourselves, because I never want to have to say, let's not do this because we're not that, you know. So it's actually, I love it, and hopefully other people are into that and stick around with us while we grow and while we do that. But that's how I feel. I think you guys are with me.
Yeah, totally. I woke up listening to Coheed and Cambria and then just listening to the Bee Gees. So I don't know where things fall out in between.
The car ride in was Kimbra, into
the Fleet Foxes.
Fleet Foxes.
And then-
Father John
and then
Misty.
slow,
Have you heard his record from Fleet Foxes, the drummer? It's insane. I love that record.
So like, who are some of the greatest people you've worked with so far? Then
Mike Watts,
Mike Watts.
the producer that tracked Drifting by Design for us back in late January. He recorded and produced 2 As Tall as Lions records, especially the self-titled, which is a record we love.
Huge. That was a huge influence on all of us.
On all of us, you know, at different times. And The Deer Hunter, and a couple of other tracks that you've heard, you know, just sporadically through the past like 15 years he's been doing it. But he's an incredible producer, and even his partner Stephen Hagler, who had worked with the Pixies, you know, had mixed 3 of their records, including Doolittle. You know, so like just even talking to him and getting some words of advice, inspiration from him, was a great experience at Voodoo Studios over there, which is in Long Island, which is where we're from. So it was nice and easy to get in touch with him.
And who do you want to work with like in the future?
Aretha Franklin.
That's a dream question. Oh man.
So I want to work with the Coen brothers and score their next movie. Bjork,
Sure.
right?
Sure.
Brian Eno's a good one.
He sees that. Brian Eno's a good
Brian Eno's a good one.
Johnny Greenwood.
Johnny Greenwood, yeah.
What
Not
about
good rich.
Aaron Dessner? Call him, see what he's doing.
See what he's up to. He's just sitting there waiting for us.
We're gonna
He
get
did-
this out
he-
to all of them for you.
Yeah,
He produced that new local natives record, which is one that we can't stop listening to.
One last question. I hear you guys have some pretty strong opinions on sushi.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the strong opinion being that we all love it immensely.
Oh.
Yeah.
The strong opinion
I
being
teach a
that
class on sushi. I mean,
It's at the new
we
school.
met on sushi.
Oh,
just-
on sushi.
We are on sushi now.
Currently on sushi.
We're on sushi actually right now.
This is embarrassing. Should we not be filming this?
No, I mean, if I could, I would move to Japan. I would only eat sushi. I would
Like
only
right
eat
off those
Japanese
conveyor
food.
belts
Oh,
for the rest of your life.
100%.
like a licky tongue in Pokemon
I would not.
Stadium.
I would not eat American food. I would not eat American food. I'm just saying that right now. It's personal to us, though. That's where we do. That's where we
personal
do our
question.
thinking.
It's personal, and we may have mercury poisoning. Probably.
But it's worth it.
No, it's worth it. Yeah, I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
regretting it. It's
You
just
got it.
fact.
You gotta eat the small fish. Don't eat the big fish. That's how you avoid the mercury poison sushi. It's all about sushi.
That's why you do what you do.
That's why we do what we do.
That's the goal. Yeah, is to basically make a record, like a concept album about sushi.
Sushi.
Yeah.
Maybe the next record will be called Under the Influence of Sushi. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for talking, you guys.
Thank you so much.
You're the guest of the girl.